It is now time to have a conversation with our change makers. So, with your permission, I would like to invite Damia, Marielle, and Mohamed to share the very interesting questions they have for you.
Your Excellency, Mr. President, I am Damia Tobosi, a digital native and master's degree student in cybersecurity. I am part of Generation Z and I use AI tools like ChatGPT. My coding skills are probably better than my writing abilities, and I don't have to sit in an office every day to do my best work. So my question is the following. What is the Rwandan government doing to ensure the workplace is ready for my generation and willing to embrace our new ways of working? Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Well, the first thing is to work with your generation. When you work together, if we work together, and that's what we try to do, we work together with our young people. Working together means we are trying to find the very things we can do together for the other development I was talking about. One, it's good you know how to do coding. That's important. And in doing coding, you are able to solve problems, and before that you identify them in any case. But I encourage you to be good at coding as well as writing if you can. Don't give up one for the other. I'm sure coding is more difficult, so writing is going to be easier for you. But because you're already doing the most difficult thing. So the other one is simple. So the workplace, therefore, has come to be defined by people like you. And communities, society must respond. In fact, while that was happening already, meaning defining the workplace, the pandemic happened. You know, for every dark cloud, there is a silver lining. So in the pandemic, which is bad enough as we know it, also a silver lining was that people had to deal with the pandemic, but they also had to find new ways of how and where to do work from. So you can see the solution and the problem on one hand, and the other came together and have defined. Now the whole thing is, after all, does it matter where you do your work? If it does, still it is not as important as the results. So you are able to see that work has been done even in a very strange environment, which the pandemic forced everyone to stay indoors and this and that. So, but from that emerged a new way of thinking and using the modern tools that had already developed, like what comes out of coding, you can do that anywhere in any environment. So, but that also presupposes that initial investments have been made in education, in developing skills, in providing the environment where innovation can happen, entrepreneurship, like most of you are involved here already. So all those things coming together have to not only form new ideas, but have to result from the number of investments people have to make in themselves, but above all, as communities, as countries, we have to invest in these skills that allow people to form different things, including creating new workplaces, as there will be not only new workplaces, in fact, new work will be created as well. The kind of work people didn't think they have to do, maybe they'll find that's what is being done.
Next question, please.
Your Excellency, I'm back again with a question about research. So I would like to know, how is research and innovation being integrated in the planning, design, and implementation of infrastructure projects like Kigali Green City? Are there enough opportunities for experiments, particularly in the development of new solutions for eco-construction, energy, mobility, etc.? Thank you.
Yeah, we are already seeing all that develop and in fact spread. We are encouraging our high learning institutions to focus in scientific research and develop the products that are needed, whether it is in mobility solutions, things to do with climate change. There are many things that are coming up. The design spaces, like you mentioned earlier. So we are seeing that happen, developers' ideas, but also as useful, as being useful in a marketplace where they are actually directly addressing different problems. We have seen how e-waste management has been handled, in our case, with young people coming up with ideas, and we have institutions where there is support of these ideas that have emerged. So it's really going to be, it's academic, it's the financing of ideas that have resulted from that, and then marketing them out to deal directly with the problems that the old and the new. There are always problems, there are emerging problems, but we have old problems as well that we have had to deal with. So it needs a focus, it needs investments, it needs, but the market is out there begging for solutions. One thing, it's like, what is, when I was talking about e-waste comes from the products that have come up in another sense, but then they present you with another problem. Then you have to look for a solution for that problem. So it goes around, it's a circular sort of system, if you will, and each stage feeding off the other. And that's how people evolve in finding solutions to many problems. So I think, and this is what I was referring to earlier also as being a vast space for collaboration between Benin, Rwanda, and these institutions we are talking about. Is huge. It's the potential. If you look at globally, there are many things that are needed out there, and the market is counted in tens, if not hundreds of billions of dollars.
Thank you. Last question, please.
Your Excellency, I am Mohamed Salifou. I am the manager of the Fab Lab of Sèmè City. At the Fab Lab, you come with your idea, and we transform it into a prototype for you. So actually, we build a big community of young makers at our Fab Lab. So my question is the following. In what ways have Fab Lab Rwanda and K-Lab Rwanda contribute in the development of a youth innovation ecosystem in Rwanda? And how can such initiatives support the growth of startups and small businesses in the country? Thank you, Mr. President.
Yeah, I probably did a bit of mention of that. There's the K-Lab, the Fab Lab, the different innovation centers that are emerging. Covering a lot of young people, sometimes in their thousands. In fact, some young people with ideas, but they don't know how to take them further in two aspects. One is more ideas to be added, and that means you continue to follow the enriching the academic side, the understanding, the innovative side of it. But the other part being, if taking idea from one stage to another requires certain financial input, where does the money come from? So we have created that whole ecosystem where those ideas that are coming from these innovation centers, there are people who connect with that for financing and development of different ideas that then will serve for their development and marketing and getting the results everyone wants. Like there's an institution that has come up in Rwanda called Noshken. You probably might be aware of it. This has been extremely effective. They really take these young people with new ideas and provide whatever is required, whether it is the honing of skills and of these development, innovative ideas, and then turning them into final products that will serve them. And it seems it has been benefiting those with ideas as well as the people who have financed the whole process. Each one gets what they want.
Thank you very much, Mr. President, for these constructive inputs.